Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. It's another show about communities doing cool things for each other, and this episode is kind of different, but on the same way. We've talked to Reno Community Theatre before, but they're doing something completely different, and we get to talk to Kristen Richardson about what's going on with the community theater. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley. I'm sorry.
I'm going to do it again.
No.
I know, I'm doing it again.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
We roll with that.
We will roll with that. I think we're getting kind of slap happy.
I think you were slap happy.
Maybe I am just a
You
little
took
bit.
a 7-minute nap, and
Right.
you're pretty much worthless now.
I'm worthless now. So, baby on the way. You know, we've said it in the last couple of episodes.
Dude, it's all we talk about anymore. It should be the Only in Oklahoma show's baby.
So, yeah, baby on the way. So, we're trying to get as much in the can as we can. And right now, what do you think? We're starved for content right now?
I think we are having to work harder on finding applicable
Subject matter, or?
I think we're having difficulty wading through all of the horrible news
To get to
find
the light.
the light at the end of the tunnel, the people in the communities that are doing more than their fair share to help out during this time. If you do a Google search for good news
It's hard to
about COVID-19, I think you would be very displeased with the amount of actual good news.
Or, you know, in fairness, the actual amount of actual news that's not, I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know, choose your sources wisely, people. At any rate, there are people in our community, especially, that are stepping up and kind of taking that initiative to do more for each other, because at this stage of the game, there's a lot of selfish, self-righteous behavior right now. There's not enough of the goodwill for each other. So that's kind of what our mission statement has become, is finding that.
Right.
So, and we got lucky, Kristen, coming up here in a little bit. Tell us a little bit about making some masks. All right, well, we've had El Reno Community Theater on a host of times for a host of different reasons. This time, it's not a production of anything you've ever heard of. Well, maybe it is. They're producing surgical masks, at least the costuming department it is. And here to tell us all about it is Kristen Keil Richardson. Kristen, welcome back to the show.
Hi, it's nice to talk to you.
This is a completely different, this isn't this isn't a normal conversation for us.
No, not for us either. But...
Yes. But first, we need to address the white tiger in the room. Okay. So, obviously the Tiger King documentary comes out. It's become a sensation, maybe because everybody's shut in with nothing better to do, but you're linked to it in a very special way. How is that?
Well, I was juror number 9.
Wow. What was that like?
Well, do you remember watching the documentary? It was similar to that, with a lot less detail, but there was a parade of characters on and off the witness stand that kept us entertained the whole time.
Was there ever a question? Was there a juror that was in the pool that you thought for a moment may hang the jury, or was everybody pretty much on the same page?
There was one who it took a while for him to find him guilty on one of the murder for hire charges, but he reread all the evidence and he finally came around. I shouldn't say finally. I mean, our deliberations were like 3 hours, and that included lunch. So
oh, wow.
It was not a long time. And then we had one lady that, for all of the charges for selling Cubs, there was one charge for selling it and another charge for falsifying federal paperwork. So she had a hard time finding him guilty on both charges, but she finally came around. So it wasn't terrible, no. Everybody was kind of on the same page.
Well, I think if he's guilty of anything, it's being too fashionable. That may be the one thing that he's guilty in all charges.
Agreed. Well, I'll tell you, he didn't wear any of his cool tiger clothes on the stand, but he did wear a suit that was way too big for him. So when he sat down, his head just kind of shrunk down into the shoulder pads. So,
wow.
Kristen, the only question I have is, was his hair as fabulous in person as it is in pictures?
You know, I was really disappointed because, so when I walked in the courtroom, I didn't even know this guy. I didn't know anything about him. And so his hair was freaky. It's there. Mm-hmm. But then when the trial was all over and I could look at stuff online, I didn't get the hair that is online. We got a very tame version of that. So,
well, he's getting his hair cut at Cell Block Sam's now and not Fantastic Sam's anymore. Will definitely change the way you style and groom, for sure.
Well, it's better than the haircuts they were getting there in Wynnewood. So.
I'm telling you, yeah, I've seen that meme too. Good gravy, man. It's sad that we have to come out and say that's not us. The opinions expressed by Joe Exotic do not reflect those of the rest of Oklahoma.
No, that little area should be its own state. Like, that shouldn't even be connected to the rest of us.
All right, Kristen. So on to more pressing issues. You in the costuming department at ERCT have been busy. What are you guys up to?
Yeah.
What are you guys and gals up to?
Since we are kind of locked in and we can't do any productions right now, we decided to make surgical masks and donate them. And we've had some fabric that we had left over from projects, and we've had people in the community donate fabric and make masks. And when people ask how much they are, they're very happy to hear that we are not charging anything. So we feel like it's the least that we can do to keep people healthy. And so that's what we're doing. So,
Kristen, I'm super pumped on you guys actually doing that. But as a theater group, I feel like you could go...
You might be missing the boat a little.
You might be missing the boat, and you could make some of those plague masks with the big pointy beaks. I think those would be fashionable right now.
They probably would be. We could probably put some flashing neon lights on them and really draw attention. Yeah. So, unfortunately, we don't have a pattern for those.
Right. So, as far as the supply and demand aspect, are you getting quite a few people that are interested in maybe either volunteering, or is it more, how can you help us? What's the response been?
Well, most of it is people are being very kind about it. When they ask for masks, they ask for 1 or 2, or some of them will ask for 10 of them for people at work, but nobody is asking for a huge quantity. So we're kind of able to keep up with it as people ask. That's just really nice. I was worried when we started doing it that they were, we'd have somebody that says we want 50 masks, and there was just no way we could do that. But nobody is hoarding masks. We're safe on that. So, but then we do have people that see us on Facebook, and today I have to go pick up a bundle of fabric that somebody's donating, and that's what a lot of it is just donating supplies.
Well, I know working in the home improvement industry, I work around people that do sheetrock, that do insulation, things like that require dust masks. We have been sold out of dust masks since right after toilet paper sold out. Or no, before toilet paper sold out, because then I think everybody was going to the toilet paper because they saw an Etsy page that said you can make a mask out of, 2-ply toilet paper. I don't know what happened there. There's this weird moment where we ran out of masks, and then the next thing you know, you couldn't buy a roll of toilet paper for less than $100. So I see there's definitely a need. We talked to the founder of OnlyinOKShow, and he's gone to making hand sanitizer, because that's another area of major need right now. So it's definitely something looks like there's no end in sight. So it looks like you're going to have your hands full.
Yeah, I think that we will, and it's better than just sitting around doing nothing. We feel like we're helping people, and we're all staying in as much as we can too. So it's a good feeling to help other people. And
now
so,
you live in El Reno proper, right?
Yeah.
How is, town by town, I think every town's kind of taking this different ways. How's El Reno responding? Is everybody is it a virtual ghost town? Is everybody just kind of doing what they need?
No, I think there's still a lot of people here who aren't taking it seriously. So the mayor finally yesterday had to tell people not to let their kids play on the playground, but I think they still are. They let their kids, run around with other kids. They play on the equipment that, is full of germs right now. So there are a lot of people who don't take it as seriously. We're not on a full lockdown yet either. Right now it's just people who are at risk. They're asked to stay home. And we do have, the bars are closed now and all the non-essential businesses are closed. But there's still people out and about. I come down to the theater to sew, and we're right downtown. And now yesterday there was quite a few cars down here, but there's no businesses open. So I'm not sure where they were all going. But
maybe they were practicing social distancing in like the courtyard somewhere. Maybe
that could be. Yeah, I wish more people would take it seriously. That's for sure. 'Cause we need to get this finished up so we can start our next production.
Absolutely,
I agree with that 100%. We really appreciate the links that a lot of the organizations around the state are taking to assist in helping us turn that corner, and you're on that list of people that we appreciate.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, thank you.
So, Kristen, if people want to donate materials, supplies, or want to volunteer their sewing skills, how can they reach you?
On our Facebook page, which is the Reno Community Theatre, or they can email us at erctinfo@gmail.com.
All right, Kristen. Well, we appreciate you coming on. I wish it was under different circumstances, but you do have some really cool stories to tell. You're kind of like a minor Tiger King celebrity. I mean, people don't realize that, but they will now. All people from all over the world will know that you were juror number 9 on the Tiger King jury.
Yeah.
Brett has
I should have my own line of underwear and stuff.
You should. And Carol Baskin, if you're out there, you should be jealous. You're not on the OnlyinOKShow.
Oh, Carol Baskin, if you're listening, none of us liked you either. So.
Well,
I
Kristen,
can tell you this, in deliberations, her name didn't even come up one time.
Really?
So there was no sympathy. Yeah, there was no sympathy for her. So.
All right. Well, Kristen, we appreciate you coming on. And when things settle down, hopefully soon. I mean, you guys were set to do Beauty and the Beast in July, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be able to swing back around for something like that. But other than that, we appreciate you coming on.
Good talking to you guys.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
So we got a bonus.
There was it's so funny you said if I was going to lead us into the out, I was going to say we got a bonus, but we did. That's super cool.
I'm sorry. I love Kristen.
I do too.
And she's just like, yeah, that's what I did.
Right. I will say, I know you're not a documentary true crime guy, but you may be the only person I know that I can't share my Tiger King memes with because you don't have the depth of field, the depth of knowledge.
I don't know why anybody is watching that. Just the pictures alone look like a train wreck.
Yeah, you can't. It is not for. It's not for the weak. That is for sure.
That dude has a straight up power mullet.
There is so many things about him that are not powerful that look powerful. You just have to dive right in. But more to the point of why we're here, I just think that's a super cool thing for her to do, to kind of take it upon herself and the rest of the ERCT crew to make those masks and kind of, again, fill those needs.
Once you see it, once it's pointed out to you, they obviously make costumes for every show.
Right.
But before we had her on to discuss it, I would have never thought why aren't the community theaters out there making masks?
Right. You're not making costumes right now. You're not fitting people for costumes.
I would have never thought of it. Shout out to them for seeing a need that they could fill.
Yes, absolutely.
I would have, I mean, if I were in charge of assigning jobs, I would have never thought of it. So I think it's awesome.
And no maxi pads were harmed or toilet paper were harmed in the making of these masks. People are using maxi pads for masks, Harley.
Dude, I'm seriously, can we please get back to community theater and festivals, and I need to go outside.
Right.
I'm good with recording the show.
Right.
But occasionally I got to go out into the woods.
I don't want COVID-19 to turn 20. You know what I mean? I want it to die and go away.
I agree 100%, but I'm overdue for a music festival.
Anything.
Or a burger festival. I'm like way overdue.
Or how about just social gatherings of more than 10 people? That would be nice.
Just 11.
11. Make it 11. And even 12.
A baker's dozen. Can we just have meetings and gatherings of a baker's dozen where we can have a beer in a public place and play volleyball? That's all I want. I want COVID to go away so we can play a game of volleyball. And I don't even play volleyball.
Well, sadly, if you want to kiss my baby, you're going to have to do it through plexiglass for the foreseeable future. I'm going to be having window visitations. Luckily, I have one of those glass doors. It's just glass all the way to the bottom. So I'll be putting them against the glass.
And we could drive by
and wave, or come and put your hand on the glass, and we'll make something happen. But yes, really, in all seriousness, really dig what she's doing. What a lot of the communities are doing is kind of embracing this time that we have on our hands and getting creative, and being creative in the sense that we are helping others. So
absolutely. And if you know of another organization that we should be aware of, somebody out there doing something creative to help in this particular time, in the end times,
right,
during the apocalypse, if you're aware of anybody out there that we should be talking to, let us know.
Yeah.
You can find us on Facebook. It's OnlyinOKShow, or hit up our Facebook page, OnlyinOKShow.com. But this has been the Only in OK Show. I am Harley.
And I'm Brett.
And we're out of here.
Peace. These neighbors are having a barbecue like the world's not coming to an end.
Like a strutting peacock.
I got a barbecue. What you got? You got 2 sticks to rub together. You got a barbecue and toilet paper.
Why don't you go ahead and throw that roll of bologna over here? I'll put that on the grill for you.
Yeah, I'm the guy that got the last of the smoked sausage and hamburger meat. I think I left a little ground turkey up there for you.
You guys want to scrape the drippings off my grill, you're more than welcome.
If you eat these drippings, you'll be immune to COVID-19. Hey, if you're looking for barbecue, I got you covered. Can't hardly hear anything. I can't hear myself. Oh, because
you got to put the headphones on your head for that to work. You're dumber than a box of rocks.
You're dumber than I don't know. Ready to kick this
We're
salamander.
Ready to kick this tiger in the ass.
Okay. And welcome to the show. This time, we you know what? We already did that. I know we did it because I remember saying something about
it's on the gym episode,
okay.
And I said no.
All right. Gotcha. 3, 2, 1, and welcome to the show. I did it too quick.
3, 2, 1, and welcome to the show.
Welcome to welcome. 3, 2, welcome.
3, 2, 1, welcome.
3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. This time, we're kind of continuing our communities in action segment, if you will.
I hate that you had
don't
to
like
name
that? You don't
the
like that?
type of show.
You don't like
Like,
it?
can it just not be a show where we highlight somebody cool in Oklahoma doing something cool?
But
Yes, it can.
but-
It's the Only in OK
I know,
show.
but-
we're allowed to do what we want.
Communities in action.
It sounds like a lame news segment.
Or
You spent too much time in radio.
I did. Maybe that's what it is. Well, okay, communities doing cool things for the community where there's a need. And Reno Community Theatre has kind of come together with using their costume department to create surgical masks for people that are needing them. I think it's really cool. We had a chance to talk to Kristen. I'm Brett.
Do you think it's really cool?
I do think it's cool. We had a chance to talk to Kristen. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley.
As
Your
always.
intros are getting too long.
I'm sorry.
Like, it needs to be
Okay, right here. I got it.
welcome
Here's
to
short.
the show.
Ready? No. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the show. Communities doing cool things for each other. That has kind of been the theme here lately, and El Reno Community Theater is no different. We had a chance to talk to Kristen Richardson, who's
3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we are talking about communities
in action,
in action.
like it or not.
Today we're talking about communities doing community things
It's
with
that time
the communicable.
It's
It's that time of year where communities communicate the communicable community.
I've got the
Facts.
intro. I've got it. Ready? Count me down.
3, 2, 1.